Hello, I'm out back in our garden today and I'm getting ready to repot a plant. Actually, I'm trying to save its life, and so I thought I'd share it with you. This is a comfrey plant. It's looking rather sad, other than this little guy who's trying his hardest, as is this little guy. Anyhow, I got this from my grandmother. She lives in Colorado, and she's been growing comfrey since I was a little kid, as long as I can remember. So I brought it from Colorado this winter, and I attempted to repot it and make it work, but it's not happy. So I don't know if it's the soil. It could be. I tried to keep it in some of the sandy soil it had from its home in Colorado, and I don't know if that's not working out for it or what's happening, but I'm determined to save it because there are so many things you can do with comfrey. And one of the favorite things that my grandmother always did was she would make us have facial steams with these comfrey leaves boiling in water, some other herbs, but comfrey was the main thing. So today I brought this back from the community garden plot that we have. Maybe it was too much sun, even though I don't think that's true either, but I think it's the soil. So today we're changing the soil. So I have this little guy. Just going to try to sort of dig him out of here a little bit at a time. I mean, really, I could have found a smaller tool, I suppose, but that's what came up first, and sort of short on time today, but I want to make sure I get this done. So I just want to be really careful not to cut his roots. I can really feel them in there. His dirt's definitely sandy. There we go. It's loosening up. Show you what we got here. Oh wow, lots of roots. I did not expect that. Lots of roots. I did not expect that. So, let's just try to make the least amount of mess here. Put this little guy down. So this looks like his root ball. He's got a lot of his old dirt clinging to him. I'm going to try to take away as much of this as possible so I can see what the deal is, what's actually going on. Alright. Let's just take all this off. Now, I'm going to show you this. You can see lots of the little roots. But more importantly is like this very strong root right here. There's a very strong root right here. Those are the ones I'm mostly concerned about. Some of them are broken. Yeah, he's struggling. Oh, he's growing around everything. But I think we're going to tear away, this is what I put at the bottom of the pot, it's a little piece of screen, so that we don't lose a ton of dirt in the watering process. Now, look what I just pulled out. They look like roots that are freestanding. I will probably put them in the pot and take a chance on the fact that they could still be strong and growing. I can't be sure. They're broken away, so we'll just set those aside. Just continue to break all of this dirt out of here. It's a beautiful day in Los Angeles. You can hear the birds. I have Hollywood birds, that's what I call them. They're up at all hours of the day and night, constantly singing and talking and carrying on. I love that though. It's really cute. Quite a noisy place, Hollywood, California, but can't beat the sunshine, and you can't beat the good food, the good weather. Alright guys, so he's looking a little, as I get closer to what's going on here, I mean, I'm really being as gentle as I can, but I'm sort of being aggressive and getting rid of some of these, what seems to be sort of, I don't know, maybe strangling him a little bit. But I don't want to get rid of all of it because I don't want to shock him. As you can see, it's sort of loosely falling out and very easily coming apart. And I think that's good. I don't want to put him in too much shock, but I want him to be healthy. I want him to have a fighting chance to make it into his new skin. So as we get closer to exposing what's going on down here, I'm going to show you what's happening. Okay, here's where we are right now. Sorry about the shade. It's super hot out here though. I mean, we're pretty much down to the nitty-gritty at this point. I still feel like those long hairy things are sort of mostly dead and unnecessary, so I'm going to get in there a little further. Taking a huge chance here, but I think we'll be rewarded for it, and I can't wait till we come back in a few weeks and see what the progress is. Because according to my grandmother, these things will not die. You cannot kill them. They are super happy to take over your entire garden, which we don't want to happen, but we'll see, we'll see. We'll start with the pot. All right, so I think I'm gonna leave him alone now. He's pretty clean. Let's get a closer look at that. Okay, I like that. So, let's set him aside for a minute. And honestly, well, look what happened. Okay, so I just pinched the root off. Let me see if I can show you. I just took a little piece off. It's in my fingers. This is the end of the root. It's dark. So I think to myself, is that rotted? So I pinched the end of this one off, and look how white it is. It's 100% thriving, as I thought it might be. There's the weird tiny little tip I cut off. I don't know if you can see it. But anyhow, I'm going to put them back in the ground. I do the most I can to save every plant. I'll show you an example of that in a minute since I'm here. So let's just get all this out. I think this dirt was fine. I think it just needed to be more healthy, like maybe less sandy. It's in California now. Let's give it some nice clean dirt. All right. So I've got a bag of dirt here that I'll show you in a minute what I'm working with. Yeah, I'll show you this. Oh, let's not forget this. This little guy, it's just a screen, cut from an old screen, window screen, like this kind of screen. Bottom. And now it's in there, okay? So, that little guy there. And let's begin to fill this. He's got quite a big root ball, so I want to make sure and give him plenty of space to get into this pot. And so he looks like this, right? And we're just going to place him like straight down into the pot. I don't know if we can really see this here. Try. He's just going to go like this. And we want the dirt to sort of fill in around all the empty space you can see through it. So let's just start in there. I'm just going to slowly start to build dirt and use my fingers to sort of just press it in around him so we can get inside that root area. And that little, what I guess I like to call a cage. It's like the roots build a little cage. Okay, starting to fill in nicely. This is the part where I get tired of tools and start using my hands. It's always better. More fun too. Good for you. Do a little earthing while you're out here. God knows we don't get enough connection time with the soil, especially in a city like Los Angeles. You really have to go out of your way to sort of make it happen. I feel like I'm going to clip this little dead guy here later, but for right now he's green enough that I just want to give him a little chance. They've got a lot of little furry spaces on them. I just don't want to over freak this plant out. Yeah, he might have to go. I'll clip him later after I water it and let it get a little more acclimated to its new home. All right, but there it is. Pretty clean dirt. I'll tell you the kind of dirt I used. I try different things all the time, but always organic. Right now I am using, it's called Waterhold Cocoa Blend Potting Soil. And the reason that I like things with cocoa blend or coconut coir is because they hold water and they sort of keep things from getting bogged down and too soaked up with the water, sort of distributes it evenly. So I guess I've noticed that that's helped a lot, especially with things that are really trying to hold on, especially potted plants. One of the things about terracotta is that it soaks up all the water, and I'm constantly rewatering and rewatering. But it's just a learning process. I've been watching a lot of videos and learning about potted plants, especially in terracotta, and that seems to be the overall consensus, is that yeah, they soak up a lot of your water, so it's a whole thing, but we'll get into that. I'm learning so much, I'm having the best time, and I have so many plants in terracotta. We literally spend, I don't know, an hour every other morning watering our plants. Natalie and I are always just trying to keep an eye on them, that they're not thirsty. They grow so fast sometimes, so then it's time to put them in new pots. I've got coleuses that are out of control, need to be propagated, so I really need to get on top of that. Oh, and before I leave, I was talking to you about how I always try to save things. This was a full-blown strawberry mint plant about a month ago, and I put it out here. We watered it, we took care of it. One super hot day, maybe 2 in a row, we didn't come check on it, and I'm telling you, it dehydrated to death practically, and I had to cut it all down to dirt. But look at the little baby green things in there. So cute. I was telling Natalie, there is no way I'm throwing this out. I have seen mint revive from the depths of nothing except for one tiny green leaf. And she agreed, so we tried it. And now we're watering it all the time. And it's coming back. I can't wait to show you it when it gets like a little full hair head top. It's so cute, I love it. All right, guys, I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day as we're moving into the weekend. Stay well.